you know, he's infamous, edgy, but yet he was the boy next door on a TV show. Very interesting.
And now he's just straight hotness.
I know.
I mean, I can relate. You know, I was the girl next door, and now I'm sheer hotness,
Straight
and that's
hotness.
why we should hang out.
Well, look, you need to put your hotness on hold because guess who's in the house right now?
Jason, David Frank is in the house. What's up?
What's up? How are you guys doing? Good?
We're good. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
I was on the call, and you guys were talking about DARE, and I was like, what does DARE stand for? And no one answered me. I guess
Right.
I thought then you guys couldn't hear me. So I was maybe thinking you all didn't want to answer that question. I don't know.
We forgot.
Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program. I remember the good old days of DARE.
See how great he is? Oh.
That's awesome.
I had a few right before this. I was just doing a few Skype lessons. I promised some people, and I was working with Shay and Thomas Bradley. I had a couple of those real quick, and then I got this Kentucky thing tomorrow. So I'm actually happy you guys invited me on the radio, Karen, because I miss hearing your voice. I haven't heard your voice in a while, so I know you're up to some good stuff. So I'm glad you guys have put me on the radio tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're so happy you're here. You just don't even know, and it's so great to hear your voice. I feel like I think the last time we saw each other was MorphiCon, and that's way too long. Way too long.
Has been. It's weird, you know. With the Facebook nowadays, I see your picture everywhere, so I kind of still feel like we're in contact. It doesn't feel, you know, it doesn't feel that long ago. It really doesn't. But then I'm thinking, I did this interview for Hula and Amazon, and I was talking about it, and they're like, so what's going to happen for this 20-year anniversary? I'm thinking, 20-year anniversary? That guy's high or something. He must not hear of DARE, America. I was thinking 20 years, but yeah, it's going to be 20 years. I mean, when the show first aired, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. I mean, Jason, tell everyone, because, I mean, obviously we're talking about Power Rangers. It was all of our big break. How did that show change your life? I know how it changed mine, but how did it change yours? I mean, you are, like, the biggest, most popular person from the show. Let's just say that.
Thanks.
I mean, seriously.
I think my character, I think that, you know, I really think that had a lot to do with me being evil, but I also thought that had a lot with my character, being the Lone Ranger, really sort of say, I mean, kind of being alone. I think that a lot of people related to that, you know, like people, you know, new kids that move into school, they don't have friends, and that's kind of like what Tommy was, and I think that the script writing of being evil and losing powers, you know, you had that, everyone, I feel so sorry for Tommy, so I think that's the reason why, you know, my character became popular, but obviously it is who we are. So I never denied who I am because, you know, my Facebook fans and everybody out there, it's what we've done. That's what people are going to remember me by. I had a fan say something about Amy Jo, and he's like, Pink Ranger. It's like, you know, I don't run from that show. I'm pretty proud of the show at that time.
Me too.
And this time, you know, so it just changed my life. I think I was talking in an interview today from Lexington, and I was telling him that it just kind of changed my life because, you know, when I'm having a hard day, like today's a hard day for me, all right? Like, and not everything's cheery in Angel Grove there, you know what I mean? Not everything's cheery smiles all the time.
That was the truth.
But, you know, I think what happens is it gives you that drive to kind of still be that role model and, you know, and still go after your dreams. And I was explaining to him that everybody's got to go through the trenches in order to have a good success story. How can you have a good success story when you're born into royalty, like Paris Hilton? I mean, no offense to her, but you know what I mean? You're kind of born into royalty, and you just end up getting in trouble. So I think everyone, you know, starts from the valleys, and then they go to the mountaintop, either stay there or go back down the valley. But my point is everybody's got to work hard for what they want to do. And you're passionate about what you do. I was passionate about what I do. You know, there's just sometimes you got to go after your dreams and do what you want to do. I love acting. It's changed my life. But karate has always been a big part of my life. So that's kind of like my plan B, although right now it's plan A for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
plan MMA?
Yeah, MMA, plan A, MMA, yep. So, but it's been good, and it's just changed my life. I think to this day, I was telling them earlier, it's weird because they said, what do I want out of the Lexington Con? What do I want to leave with an impression of fans? Like, what do people want when they leave Karen to say, what do I know about her? Well, from what I know, people say you're sweet, and even people that just meet you are like, oh, my gosh, she's so sweet.
Aww.
I want, you know, honestly, when people meet your superhero or your star, it's got to be a good, you know, first impression, or it's just going to be like, dude, I don't want to meet that dude. You know what I mean? He was my childhood hero, and he shunned me and didn't take time with me. So what I want people to leave with is, hey, that guy's cool, he's down to earth, just like you have always been. Even when you started the show, I was so excited when you started the show because I was leery on a lot of people and they picked you 3, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, all you guys were pretty cool. Johnny Bosch, you know, we got along really good. You always been sweet, brought such a, you know, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your radio show, all right? You brought such a...
no, I know you would keep it real.
No, for real, I am keeping it real. But, you know, you brought that, even when I was stressed out, you always had that peace, love, joy, happiness thing, and I started thinking, man, maybe she just, you know, living this Power Ranger life even after when she leaves set, but I certainly know I'm not. It's not all smiles and happy, but you always been full of smiles ever since I've known you, and I know we both had our hard times and going through stuff, but ultimately I keep it real because I try to keep God on my mind and, you know, put with the Jesus and Tap Company, and I just feel that, you know, when you're having a hard day, you're alone and you're not on Facebook, you don't have, you know, Facebook fans, you got God to talk to, and I just try to, you know, remember that I'm here as a role model for everyone, and you know, you just gotta step up to the plate, because now these kids aren't kids no more. They're women, they're men. They're like, you know, girls come up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, you were my first crush, and you know, I'm like a woman. It's not like a little girl no more, you know. And the boys are.
Well, you're my current crush.
You know, I'm like, I tell them, shh. Dude, when you say, I used to watch you on TV when I was a kid, you got to keep that on the down low, all right? I don't want to give my age away. Just keep it on the down low. You know what I mean? so it's pretty funny, though, but it's definitely changed my life.
To hear the rest of this interview, log on to unscriptedradio.com and listen anytime.